Well, hi there, friends. Good Monday morning to you all. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. We want to start this week off by getting to our weather with meteorologist Thomas Patrick, because Thomas, I see green there. What is that?
You know what that is,
No,
Nicole. That is rain. And look at how it's building up from the south. So it looks like it's going to start raining once again in that steady fashion. I would call it moderate, like what we saw on Saturday. It wasn't like a torrential downpour. It was just that steady rain that just came down and down and down for hours and hours, and it looks like that is the exact same story yet again. Look at how it's really filling in on that leading edge out towards Ritzville, La Crosse, and through most of the Palouse, even Pullman, just starting to get some raindrops just now, and this is working its way closer and closer towards Spokane. So I would not be surprised if it starts steadily raining in the next hour or two with that image on Doppler radar. Otherwise, it's definitely late morning and all afternoon, another widespread soaking rain type of day today.
The man accused of murdering a family of 4 in Kellogg is now expected back in court. Today, the court will hear a motion to dismiss 2 of the 4 first-degree murder charges he faces. His lawyers say 2 of the killings were not premeditated and only happened after an argument. Prosecutors say 31-year-old Major John Kaylor admitted to shooting and killing his 4 neighbors back in June. He's also accused the oldest son in that family of lewd conduct in front of Kaylor's young children. This is not Kaylor's only court appearance this week. On Wednesday, he will be back in court for a hearing on whether his confession to police can be used as evidence in the trial. Kaylor says he was never read his Miranda rights, not during his original confession, nor during the interviews he gave while he was in custody. His trial is scheduled to begin in January. If convicted, he faces a maximum of life in prison.
It's 6:02. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. A tree fell on a car over the weekend and killed a Post Falls woman. It happened on West Celtice Way in Coeur d'Alene on Saturday morning. Idaho State Police say the 68-year-old woman was driving eastbound on Celtice when a tree in the median fell and hit her car. Police say there wasn't any wind or anything to make the tree fall and called it a freak accident. Coeur d'Alene police are now investigating. A person is in custody this morning for a drive-by shooting in Grant County. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says someone driving a Dodge Charger shot at another car, making it crash and roll yesterday afternoon. The bullets ended up hitting one of the people in the car and another person got hurt in the crash. They both had to go to the hospital. The deputies arrested the shooter after a high-speed chase. We should be getting an update on this story from deputies later today. Brand new for you this morning, the Department of Justice is giving Eastern Washington $1.7 million for public safety. The Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation will get more than $800,000 of that to help train and equip their officers. The money will also help EWU police hire 2 more officers, and the city of Soap Lake will be able to hire 1 more officer. The Republic School District is getting about $250,000 so they can start a school violence protection program. Post Falls' 15th annual Turkey Dodgeball Tournament needs more teams to register this year. So the tournament is on November 17th at 6 p.m. Anyone 16 or older can register a team for $150. The teams are co-ed and you'll need at least 6 players. Plus, they say you should wear costumes because the best dressed team will also get a prize. You have until this Friday or until all the slots fill up to register. That's a look at your morning rush.
Today, Spokane Firefighters will be handing out coats to children in need. And this morning, our Brandon T. Jones is joining us live from the Firefighters Union Hall to tell us all about it. Good morning, Brandon.
Yes, good morning, Channing. We'll take a look at this right here behind me. This is all the coats that they'll be handing out today. And right now, I've got someone who can tell us more about this event. Bridget Blackmore, you've been a firefighter in this community for years, so thank you for that. But can you tell us about Operation Warm?
Yeah. So here at Spokane Firefighters, we've been participating in Operation Warm for the last 10 years. And basically, we all kind of just pool our money together in a pot here with the Spokane Firefighters Union and go out and purchase these coats for kids. In the last 10 years, we've donated thousands of coats to kids in our community.
Yeah, no, and this is really awesome. If you guys can take a look right here. Wow, this is actually, very thick. It's going to keep those kids warm. This is a solid jacket right here. But can you talk about just why it's so important to be able to do this for your community and to get these kids who maybe they won't have a coat like this, to give them those resources?
Yeah, this is the community that we love and the community we serve. We have fire stations, we run calls in these neighborhoods. So for us to be able to give coats to kids that might not be able to acquire them themselves. It's very fulfilling and rewarding for us, and we're very thankful for the opportunity.
And then also, so today you guys are doing it from, what are the times?
Yeah, we'll be out at Logan Elementary this morning at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. And then how do you figure out, okay, well, Logan Elementary is a great place for doing this?
Yeah, we have a fire station pretty close to that school, and we just thought that would be a great elementary school this year.
Well, I know a lot of those kids are going to be excited, especially when you get to hang out with some pretty cool firefighters, you know. I know that has to be a bonus. So we appreciate you, Bridget, just for talking with us this morning and telling us about this awesome thing that's going on, Operation Warm, 10 a.m. at Logan Elementary. We'll be there as well, and we'll toss it back to you in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for that report, Brandon. That is, of course, a great event as we are heading closer and closer towards the winter months. The big bonus for this week is that the sun is rising an hour earlier because we are starting now standard time, ending daylight time over the weekend. So already starting to see a little bit of the first light of dawn just around the corner there on that live shot. It's 39 degrees right now, mostly cloudy skies. Might see a little sunshine this morning, but the rain, of course, is going to dominate. More sun in the morning. That's the benefit of standard time here. So today's sunrise is 6:41 a.m. Over the next month and a half, we do lose that hour. On December 30th, that's when our latest sunrise is at 7:38 a.m. By the way, that's also the sunrise from this past Saturday. So this past Saturday and then right around January 1st. Is when we get the latest sunrises of the year. But there's that rainfall that is expected today. If we get a little bit of sunshine, it's a big bonus today, but it won't last for very long as the rain is incoming quickly.
Well, yesterday, the United Soccer League announced the name of Spokane's new women's soccer team. Here's KREM 2's Andrew Quinn with more on the big reveal.
It is officially official. The USL Women's Super League team here in Spokane finally has its name, and it was announced today in front of a crowd of about 2,000 people here at the Davenport Grand Hotel, and that team will be known as Spokane Zephyr FC.
We are Zephyr.
We are Zephyr.
We are Zephyr.
We are Zephyr.
That we needed a brand for the men's team, we needed a brand for the women's team, and we needed something strong. We needed something that Spokane could rally behind, and we also needed something, because we came up with Velocity first, so we needed something that could connect those two brands together. So Velocity obviously means power and force, and wind is forceful and powerful, and both really resonate here in Spokane. You know, seeing where it's at today and the ambition of this ownership group to really deliver on the highest standards of soccer in this country is it's unmatched, and we're so excited to be in Spokane. We're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing this for the little girl in Spokane who can actually see herself play on a pitch in front of her family, in front of her hometown, and the gift that is. Between now and August 2024, when we kick off, there is a lot of work to be done, but this ownership group, this community is committed to it, and I expect nothing but a packed stadium every game here in Spokane. We're really proud to be bringing the Super League to life here in Spokane at that Division I level.
Now, you heard President Vandevort say there is still a lot of work to be done. That will begin with the announcement of the Velocity head coach. That figures to be coming down at the end of the month. The nationwide search for the first Zephyr head coach will begin next week. So exciting times for soccer fans here in the Inland Northwest. For now, reporting at the Davenport Grand, Andrew Quinn, KREM 2 Sports.